meat and curry, I'm your man. Cause how we all lose it is a mystery. It's like the changing of our wardrobes from a dire history. But it's the one making us not stop. 50 kilograms is all we've got to drop. La 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 la, la 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 la.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 50 kg Drop podcast. Today, we have the return of the very special Brian O'Keefe, who will be joining us shortly. But for now, I thought, instead of the old traditional introductions that Bob critiques, why don't we just have a general chit-chat with Jonty Craven and Taylor Ellsworth to see how their diets are going throughout February. Gents, how are we?
Good, you?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Good, thanks. So we're in the competition, Premier League, week one. Week one's done. Results-wise, I got smoked. I got smoked by Greg Wade. What a week from him. How are you boys getting on?
Go on, John, take the stage.
Yeah, I lost. Lost to your brother, Greg Wellman. And yeah, it was a little bit of mind messing with my mind, sort of trying to trick me into this false sense of security. So,
I'm actually like appalled. You thought that was me. On Tuesday, I met him for breakfast. He said to me, I'm 1 kilo over. That's
you passed
2
that
days.
information on, knowing that
No.
you were doing. You knew what you were doing.
You hunted for that information, didn't you?
I heard what I wanted to hear. Oh.
And then when the weigh-in happened, what happened? What happened?
I lost by 0.2 a kilo.
And what did you say to me?
You cheated.
No, you threw the toys straight out of the pram.
Did I?
Yeah. How dare you? I'm not speaking to you. That's what you said to me. Are you going to win this week?
No. That's doing shocking again.
What, are you plateauing, John, or fatoing, as we've been talking about?
Well, we've got one full day of dieting to go. It's quite hard to tell at the moment because I had a big blowout on the weekend, and yeah, the way there can be massive changes day by day after a blowout. So potentially it'll come flying off. So I reckon I could even lose a kilo, or I could be 0.2 over. I'm in the unknown at the moment.
Okay, Taylor, how about you?
Yeah, I think I went a bit hard last week. I started a bit strong, so I'm struggling this week. Yeah, I beat Dan last week. I think he lost 2 kg. I lost 4. But yeah, I was on a madness last week, and I've done everything that I possibly could to lose as much weight. So I think after the weigh-in on Thursday, I instantly gained 2 kg. So I'm like minus 2 kg and fighting my way back. Smashing jammy Dodgers and some Foxes rounds last night as well. So the head losses are incoming, but yeah, no, I'm dialed in. I'm gonna make sure I'm under. I'm against Greg Wade, so yeah, nervous guy at the moment. I am.
He's a fierce contender to Greg Wade. He could be the favourite. He's one of the skinniest guys there, and he could be the favourite. Bob Cooper's joined us. Let's wait for him to join. Yeah, I'm up against Kenny. Kenny dropped 4 point something kilograms last week. If he gets anywhere near that, we're a similar weight. I'm going to get smoked. There's no way that I'm 1 kilogram up with 2 days to go before then. I've got to lose. I've got to lose like near enough a stone to even compete. I've got my missus. I'm taking my missus out for her birthday tonight.
What are you eating?
We're going for a Spanish tapas.
Just lower the plate intake, surely.
I'll skip lunch.
Yeah, perfect.
I've had to. So, and then tomorrow I'm just going to have to get in a dark zone in the gym.
Nice.
Go from there. Big baby Bob, how are you, brother?
Ladies and gentlemen, how are we?
Yes.
Good, mate.
I'm good. I've just been out an hour and 15 pump of the streets. I'm a bit clammy actually.
You look great.
Thank you, mate. Do you know what I've been doing actually on that walk? I listened back to episode 1, the first one we ever did, me and you, Ian, season 1, the intro.
Here we
Do you
go.
know that's the most listened pod that we've made?
Yeah, it's a
It would
lovely.
make sense, wouldn't it? It's been around the longest.
It's a
Whoa,
lovely.
John.
Oh, John.
John.
It's
Oh, it's
it's
hardly a
lovely-
surprise, is it?
lovely pod. I actually really enjoyed it, and it took me back to a few things. It took me back to what I first weighed in at, which is 165.8. So I've forgotten that number. And it reminded me of something we did. We started them, which we've stopped, and I don't know why we don't talk about it enough. Because we did the weights in relation to celebrities. And I think we need to bring a bit more of that attention back and also get that visible again on Instagram. Because I'd like to know, now we're actually on the move. Like I'm getting, like next target is Bob Sapp. And I think,
Oh, yeah. I've got that.
Some of you lot are past Bob Sapp, are you? Who's less than 150 now?
I'm really close. I'm smelling Bob's chest.
Yeah.
Brian's just arrived. One sec. Let me admit this.
Taylor, you must be on the way to Lizzo, I think.
I'm 148, so am I Bob Sapp?
You're past it now. You're on the way to Lizzo.
Am I on the way to Lizzo?
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, she's a beautiful woman, voluptuous woman.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Oh, was Lizzo next then? Yeah, I forgot.
140,
Brian
yeah.
O'Keefe,
How you doing, fellas?
the man, the myth, the legend, 100 days. What an epic battle. How are you, bud?
Thanks. Yeah, good, good. I just did a run to make myself feel better in advance of this. And by the way, you should say, now I feel like this is going to be the best podcast episode of all time. I was coming into this like, I feel like shit. I haven't done anything in like 3 weeks. So the difference, you should make everyone do a run before they come on.
Love that.
I'm not sure I'll be able to speak for an hour if I did a run before I go on. Not gonna lie, I'll be catching my breath for half hour.
Brian, you haven't met Taylor yet. Taylor's the latest addition to the,
Nice to meet you, Taylor.
the 50
Lovely to
kg
meet
droppers.
you, Brian.
Yeah, nice. So you've got 50k to drop as well?
Yes, mate. I'm fully invested, dialed in, and ready to go. Maybe one of the most fiercest contenders out of all of us. We don't know yet. We'll see. But
Nice.
the journey
200 days, yeah?
200 days, is it?
No, I'm only fucking with you.
Brian, I've got to say, since our last chat, your 2,200 calories a day inspiration has completely whipped us into shape.
Nice.
Now we've started a little community. We've got 25 people that are losing weight with us. We lost
Brilliant.
109 kilograms from 14 people in January. Bob lost 15 kilograms. He won the competition.
Nice.
Taylor comes second with 14, and I did 12.1.
Jeez, that's serious weight loss in a month.
Yeah, I can't lose a sausage now. No, we'd like to firstly say thank you, and
Pleasure.
now we want to pick your brains about what comes next. So we started the Premier League, so we've got 25 people competing head-to-heads each week. And in all honesty, Brian, I can see the results that you're posting on Instagram, and we want to offer your lot out. We reckon we're better at losing weight than anyone you know.
Yeah, what's the best I've had is what was it, in 5 weeks she lost 2, 3, what was it? I can't remember now. I posted about last week. It was that girl Taylor. I can't remember. God, my
Great
brain's
name.
fried because yeah.
Taylor,
yeah.
surely.
I think she's 3 stone down, which is what, 20 kilos in 5 weeks. Is that right? Yeah,
Wow.
something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's killing it. She's smashing. But I've had very similar results from a few people, and then some people don't have, like, it's completely different when you have, like, as you know yourself, that's 50 kilos to lose, like, versus I've some people that have, like, 10 kilos to lose. So they're not dropping 10 kilos in a month. But yeah.
Yeah, we're doing head-to-heads, and a guy last week beat me. He was like, it must be 90 kilograms. He dropped 2. We're doing it on percentages, so percentage of weight loss. He done 2 point something kilograms. Pretty much run a marathon, starved himself 4 days. I think he amputated some sort of part of his body. I'm not a sore loser, but yeah, we're trying to do it a percentage now, which then makes everything competitive, like doubly competitive.
Yeah, it's much better.
Yeah. How's everything going with you, though, bud?
Good, yeah. I'm trying to get back into it. New challenge starting 4th of March. So yeah, I've definitely put on like, after finishing the last challenge, Went away for 10, well, basically 2 weeks, and put on a couple of kilos. Well, I don't know if you guys are following the challenge, but so the last like 3 days, I dropped like 6.5 kilos of water, and like doing the kind of the UFC weight cut. And then so I put that back on within 48 hours. And then over the last, I'm probably 3 kilos up on top of that. So yeah, I can't wait for the next new challenge to start. Now, most of that came on holiday, but yeah, that's why I went for the run today, just trying to get back into it. But when you lose those habits, it's hard, right? Like, I don't know, like you guys did January, if you take like a few days off, it's hard.
We did, and we all put on.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, doing good. Excited for the next one. Still kind of deciding what it's going to be. It's not going to be as fucking rough as the last one in terms of like 100, 25 kilos, 100 days is mental. But yes, it'll be something a little bit entertaining, maybe more audience interaction, something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
How did so the last time we spoke to you, I think you were about 40 days in or 40 days left of your 100 days to do 25 kilos. Well, how did it go then, for the benefit of everyone listening? How did you get on? What was there? What did you find out from that? What's the result?
Yeah, so like I'd always told people, the trick to like adhering, like to losing the weight is to keep your calories as high as possible while being in a calorie deficit. And so I completely ignored that advice. And like, when like for the last 30 days, I think at least I was on like 1,200 calories, and like I would burn about somewhere between 3,000 and 3,500 calories a day. So I was in a ridiculous calorie deficit, and really unsustainable. My life was absolutely kind of miserable, like vicious mood swings. Like my poor girlfriend, like I think one day, like I drink Monster Zeros as my caffeine, and I think one day she took one of mine out of the fridge, and maybe she even just had a sip of mine, and I just lost it. I was like, what are you doing? That's my caffeine. I need it. Like, out of nowhere, like the smallest thing. And so, yeah, mood swings, and then like concentration, because obviously I have to work as well. And, I couldn't concentrate for more than an hour or two a day. Just be away with the fairies, just wouldn't be able to. So it was, I suppose, an interesting experience, because I'd always tell people not to do that. But now I know, I'd always tell people I tried everything. Now I really have, and yeah, so definitely do not try and lose 25 kilos in 100 days. That's what I would recommend.
That might explain a lot for you, John.
Sorry?
That might explain a lot for you.
What?
You said that you struggled to concentrate on low calories.
Yeah, but nowhere near as low as that. I struggle to I'm eating sort of 1,800 and struggling to concentrate. But I think it gets easier as well. Like, you get more used to it, right?
Yeah, 100%. So like I dropped to 1,700 calories first, and that was when I really started to feel it. And the difference between 22 and 1,700 was way bigger in terms of how I felt, like mentally and physically, versus dropping from 1,700 to 1,200. But it was like less, like, yeah, just a bigger difference between 22 and 17.
Yeah, no, I definitely struggle. Go on.
Your weight scales are going kind of up and down. I saw a couple of photos of that. Was that the types of things you were putting in, or was it? Did you see any patterns on the types of things you were eating to the like short-term weight gain that you had?
Not really. I just don't I just don't really look at it like that. I just know from my first weight loss journey, when so it was 63 kilos in 228 days. I don't know. Yeah, you guys are kilos. So yeah, that I did everything perfectly, like for 7.5 months. I think I went over my deficit once in 228 days because I got the flu, and I thought I'd gotten it because I was eating too low calories. So like as perfect as you can get to a weight loss journey, and still 25% of the days I went up in weight versus the previous day, and another about 20% of the days I didn't lose any weight at all. So like all the 63 kilos were in 50% of the days. So I just knew that this is going to go up and down. There's nothing you can do about it. There's so many factors that influence the scales, because scales don't just measure how much body fat you're losing, like how much water you have, muscle, so many factors. And so yeah, I just knew it was going to be the case. And so how I kind of deal with that is I always just think, okay, did I eat in a calorie deficit yesterday? Yes, I must have lost body fat. I can't defy the laws of thermodynamics. I have to have lost body fat, and that's how I deal with any jumps on the scales. So I just ignore them basically, and then when they go down, I'm like, yes, celebrate them, but I just ignore any of the jumps. But yeah, it's gonna happen no matter who you are, no matter how perfect the journey and how perfect your calorie deficit is and everything. Even if you eat probably nothing, you'll just have days where you'll go up on the scales, no rhyme or reason.
Interesting point. I think I saw on your Instagram the ski jacket stepping up and off the bath.
Yeah.
So that I take it's obviously that's on the water fast. Sorry, the getting rid of water weight.
Yeah.
Why? If you could talk us through quickly, why are you getting the water weight off, and how do we understand that? Because I think I come off a fast and instantly gain like 4, 5, 6 kg, which is mental.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a big boy, so I must store a ton of water everywhere. Probably explains why jiggly I am. But but yeah, so if you could you give us an insight into your water side of things and how you sort of deal with that and what you're doing with that?
Yeah, I think well, firstly, important like that is no value for anyone trying to lose a normal person trying to lose weight, like no value at all, right? So if you're trying to lose weight and think like I'm going to cut water, it's a waste, it's a complete waste of time. The only reason I did it was to try and hit this 25 kilo and 100-day goal, and so really that was the only reason. And so yeah. But like, there's a whole kind of method to it. So basically, I've done like a lot of research on what bodybuilders do for competitions and fighters do for the cuts, and I came up with strategy. And like, it's actually, if you're only losing about 5% of your body weight, it's actually very safe. Like, people think, oh, this is crazy, and you're gonna hurt yourself and blah blah blah. But anything from about 8% onwards, it can be dangerous. So yeah, I'd researched it. I needed to lose, I think, 5.5% of my body weight. So I was like, okay, I can do this pretty safely. And what what it entails is water loading for the first 3 days. So I think I drank 11 liters of water for 3 days in a row. No other changes. Like, yeah. And like, it's a lot of water. And you're just like, you're pissing nonstop. I had a count, like I had a pen counting on my hand, and I gave up after about my 14th piss. So I was like, I'm like, you're literally going every 20 minutes for 3 days. And then you just drastically reduce it. So I think I dropped to 2 liters the next day. And then the last day, no water after 10 a.m. At all. And then on top of that, so you eat kind of you eat as you were normally eating. So I was eating 1,200 calories. So for day 1, day 2. Day 3, all my carbohydrates should come from fiber, because you want to clear out of, well, because you're trying to hit a weight, you're not only just dropping water, you want to clear out any, undigested food, that type of stuff. So you want a lot of fiber. And then no carbohydrates on day 4 and day 5, because when you eat carbohydrates, your body stores glycogen, which holds water. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so then the last day, so like my weight had gone up, for day 97 or day 98, because I was drinking so much fucking water. I did a TV appearance, and it bloats the shit out of you because you're drinking like 11 liters, and I honestly could barely see the pupils in my eyes because there's so much water being held here and shit. I looked absolutely disgusting on this TV appearance. But yeah, so then on the final day, and then it doesn't what you want so this is where it gets kind of crazy, and even more why there's no value for someone, because on the final day you want to eat something, but you want to make sure the weight of what you're eating is small, but it has a lot of calories, so it gives you a bit of energy. So I was eating like those Lindor chocolate bombs, because they weigh, they weigh almost nothing, and because like, so completely warps your mind, because that would obviously, those things are like 100 calories a bowl, I think, or even more. So like, they'd be terrible if you're on a weight loss journey, but they were perfect for what I was doing on day 100 to try and get some calories in while they weighed nothing. And then that night, got on 5 layers of clothes, into the new ski suit, went into my bathroom, electric heater on, and so I do step ups onto the bath, and then every 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I can't even remember now, and then just paced for an hour. And I had, like, honestly, I had no idea how much weight I was going to lose. I think I still need to lose like 4 kilos that last day, last 24 hours. I think, I can't remember now exactly, but something around that, and maybe 3.6 or something. Yeah, and so at the end of the hour, I took off everything, and like, I was drenched. And I went in, dried myself, hopped on the scales, and in that 1 hour, I lost 2.3 kilograms. I was like, oh my God. So, like, it's just crazy. So, I was so close to the goal. And then I think I lost another maybe 1 kilogram overnight. And in the morning, I stupidly not dried all my stuff. And in the morning, I weighed myself. I was like, okay, I've got 1 point something to go, I think. Got all this disgusting, wet, sweaty gear back on into the ski suit and did it again for 40 minutes. Took it off, hopped from the scales, and hit it exactly 25.0 kilograms. So yeah, that's how it worked in the end. But like I said, it's like within 48 hours, 72 hours, that's 6.5 kilos. We're back on. We're back on. So it was a waste in turn, like really a waste. It was just about hitting the 25 kilos.
Yeah, because we've got head to heads in this Premier League, so against people. So it's like a drastic sort of thing that we might have to pull out the bag if we're really struggling. I think Johnny could do with it, if I'm honest.
I'd rather just lose. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, to be honest, lads, it was like I was dreaming. My dream meal was paella the whole time. I was like, when I finish, I'm gonna have like whole paella to myself. The day 101, and I woke up that day, and then I couldn't. After I weighed in 25 kilos, I couldn't still drink any water because I bought like a ultrasound body fat test at the gym, and so I had to wait until like 11 o'clock, and it was like 8 a.m. and I still had at this stage hadn't had any water in 24 hours. I think I'd sipped a capful of water. Like, the cap off the top of the bottle, and I could not have cared less about food. Like, I had no interest. All I could think about was water. Like, it was horrible. Like, really, it wasn't nice. Like, I wouldn't recommend doing it at all. It was rough. So yeah, I got down to the gym and I brought a liter of like Aquarius, which is like Lucozade or Gatorade, and a liter of water. And as soon as I stepped off that thing at the gym, I like downed like both of them. But like I like it was amazing because for 60 or 70 days, all I thought about was this paella. And then an hour before or 2 hours before I was going to get it, I couldn't have cared less about it.
Right, this isn't going out for a few weeks. So what have you got planned next?
Yeah, so it's still being debated between myself and my missus. So she's my kind of filmographer and editor, and like helps. She's amazing on Instagram, so she helps me quite a lot with that. And so what I think is like I'm either going to do like hitting a weight or a number of days, and I haven't decided which yet. Probably it's leaning towards the number of days. I think when you combine the two, you end up doing like something stupid, like my 100-day challenge. So like, 25 kilos in 100 days where you have to go crazy. So I don't want it to be as crazy as it was the first time because I got enough flack over that. So it's going to be like a little bit more sustainable. And then like so my holiday, I went skiing and like I'm 35, but I act as if I'm 15. And I was doing like, I got a coach to train me how to do like 360s and stuff like this. And I've absolutely ruined my shoulder. I've got like a rotator cuff injury, so I can't do weights and stuff like that. So what I might do is have either weekly challenges where all my audience vote on what the weekly challenge is, and then I have to hit that, and have kind of crazy weekly challenges around maybe exercise, like run 100 kilometers this week, or I don't know, whatever it is, walk, I don't know, 100 and something thousand steps, or, these type of things where they can vote and then I have to go and do it. And then maybe something similar around my food. But yeah, food is going to be a bigger part of it because I'm probably going to eat around 2,200, somewhere between 22 and 2,500 calories. So it's going to be much more enjoyable. And so there's going to be a lot more different meals. Like at the end of it, I was eating like basically the same thing every day, just because like 1,200 calories just going to maximize the amount of volume you're getting in there as much as possible, and miserable. So yeah, and then maybe like eat at McDonald's for the day, these type of things, like including to make it, because like that's the thing about doing it through social media, it has to be interesting. And the thing about a weight loss journey, you probably know yourself, lads, it's boring. You do the same shit every day. And so yeah, I have to like try and figure out ways to make it interesting. If you have any ideas, I'm all ears.
Why don't you myth bust on all the diets?
Yeah.
Dukin, Atkins, that sort of stuff, and
yeah,
you just do a different diet each week and document it. I think that would be great.
Yeah, well, so that was my idea actually for when I finish this one, because I want to go from challenge to challenge to challenge, basically. And so this one, hopefully I'll hit my goal weight. And then I was going to do a month vegan challenge. which I think would be, firstly, I'd absolutely hate my life for a month, which I think people would enjoy. And then a month of solely processed food and get all, because on this one, I'm definitely going to get. So last time, I don't know if you remember, I couldn't fit in the DEXA scan machine at the start because I wanted to get my, did I tell you guys that? No. I went on day 3 and I had the whole thing booked in, and I went to the DEXA scan center and I sat down, they strapped me in, strapped my legs together, and then I literally couldn't fit inside the lines of the machine. It's like the biggest walk of shame ever, walking out and not got the DEXA scan, putting my clothes back on. I was like, oh my God. So now I can, I hope I can fit inside the machine. So I'm going to do more of that, more blood tests on this challenge as well. So I'll continue that into future, and maybe a month of vegan, month of non-processed, like really processed food, and see what the difference is. My brother's a doctor and really into this shit, so he's been like directing me as well on what tests I need to get and stuff like that, like LDL cholesterol, all these things. So I think that'd be a kind of cool element to it as well.
Is your goal here then just to continuously have challenges because you need that to keep losing weight, or is that because you've got obviously a following now and that's what engages you and keeps you motivated? What's the you obviously lost a big chunk of weight. You're into another challenge. You're thinking about a third one. What's the motive for you now?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, my business now is effectively weight loss. It has been for a year, and hopefully, once I hit the weight, I won't need to do many more weight loss challenges. But I still need to do stuff to keep it interesting, kind of for people and for people to engage with me business wise. So, like what a lot of kind of fitness coaches do, they do these like advice videos where they'll show like different plates of food and shit like that. And I find that just outrageously boring. Just doesn't suit me. I've done it myself. If you scroll down my Instagram, some of the most cringiest videos you'll ever see on me, like, you know, this is a pound of fat and this is a pound, like, you know, just stuff that, you know, I hate and I'm not good at. So yeah, that's exactly it. I just, you know, want to keep people in, like, firstly, you're right, like challenges are what motivate me. And so, and I think what I realized from the last 100 days is people like care about maybe 30 to 40% about weight loss, but actually just like are interested in my life a little bit as well. So I just continue showing that basically.
And how far are you away from your goal weight now? Like what are you earning now, and what's the when are you going to feel like you've reached that, and so you're not on weight loss journey, you're on a sustainability path?
Yeah. So I'm 111 kilos now, and the lowest I got to was 92, and about anything from under 95 is really almost perfect for me. I would like to see what I look like at 89, but probably just a ton of excess skin. So I probably won't get down to 89, but I'll see how it goes. So yeah, so something around like 15 to 20 kilos is kind of perfect.
Do you have any excess skin from the last time you lost it? What happened with that? Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a little bit. I got incredibly lucky, like considering like 63 kilos is a lot, and most people you see lost that, like they need surgery like badly. I don't really know why. Like, now, to be honest, almost all of it's on my arse. Like I have the world's wrinkliest arse. Like my arse looks like a pair of balls. Like, but I don't have to look at that. So, you know, my missus has to, so it doesn't really bother me. A little bit on my
yes, Brian.
yeah. But yeah, like honestly, it doesn't really bother me. A little tiny bit on like I think it's one of my man boobs, but and then some on my stomach. But really, it doesn't bother me, and I know that there's nothing much I can do about it. Like any of the research says that really the only thing that works is surgery. Like none of these bio oils or coconut oil.
I was going to say they really can get oils and stuff that are supposed to have the elasticity, but
so does it happen to everybody that would lose 60 kilograms, or is it because you lost it quickly, or is it?
So yeah, so losing quickly generally doesn't help because of the skin elasticity, as you're saying. I think there's no evidence for this, but I think and it would make sense that what helped me is that I gained so much muscle while losing the 63 kilos. Like I was doing a push-pull leg program 6 days a week for 7.5 months, and my protein intake was like 200 grams a day. So I put on quite a bit of muscle. So I think that's what helped me. Because everything else, when I look at like what affects skin elasticity, really went against me. So like I smoked for probably 12 years, and that's really bad for your skin elasticity. Time in the sun, spend a lot. I was living in Spain, spent it, and I'd be going out running without sun cream and stuff. So like terrible stuff for skin elasticity. Age as well, 35. Like if you lose it in your early 20s, much more chance of having no excess skin. So I don't really know why I was kind of lucky with it, but because all indicators other than building muscle would have said that I should have had a lot of it.
Yeah, because I lost 30 kilograms and I didn't have any excess skin at all. Is it you got to lose 60 or 50 to get it?
Yeah, like it just depends on
Okay.
it. Like you could be probably genetically, your skin might be more elastic. Like there's just,
I
you
don't
know,
know.
we know so little about it. We just know what kind of when it was tested, when all these things that were supposedly supposed to help skin elasticity, like all the oils and stuff, were tested, none of them worked. And really, what I read was that really the only solution if you have an issue is
Surgery.
surgery.
But like halfway through, did you sort of notice it was coming and you could then slow down? So, but I was sort of, if I was going to get it this time, do you think I could notice it and slow the weight loss down to prevent it?
I only really noticed it
That would
near
suggest
the
that you're
end.
happy to understand that slow weight loss actually has an effect. Whereas surely once the
Yeah.
skin's got to so much of it,
Like the
Yeah,
stretch
well,
marks
I've
have got to
always
be part, surely stretch marks and that just shows that your skin's over.
stretch marks are okay, but it's
But they don't. That doesn't affect the elasticity. The stretch marks.
I'm not sure.
they'll always be there.
Uh,
Won't they?
whatever.
So I've just got an image.
I
Of,
love the stretch marks. They're like
yeah,
tattoos
yeah,
for me. I love
mine
them.
are nice.
Yeah.
Like lightning stripes up the belly.
Yeah.
I've just got this image of all of us sort of walking down a beach once we've lost all our weight with like capes of excess skin like dragging behind us. So it's gonna be great. But
Yeah, like
Funny.
them. What are those like frogs that can fly and like we've got like webs
Yeah,
under
the-
our arms.
Yeah.
The wingmans, the wingsuits.
Slightly worried about it, but yeah, not something you can really help, is it? I'd rather be skinny with excess skin than fat. So that's
100%.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Brian, I've
yeah.
got to change topic slightly. I've got a question I've been wanting to ask you for a few weeks actually. So we had on the pod a really nice guy who is a nutritionist and he does some work with professional athletes, amateurs, elite athletes, all that stuff. And he's got a business in vegetarian and vegan kind of diet and nutrition. He also is a practicing GP for certain sectors, and is one of his businesses is around training for triathlons, being a nutritionist for triathletes. And what he was saying was about, when we had a conversation, was about calorie intake and how you have a certain basal metabolic rate, which, you know, average bloke might be, I think he was saying 16 to 1800 calories. That's kind of what you need for your bodily functions. To most people, you'd have to get in a lab to get specifics for each person, but something like that. So if you drop below that, then that's potentially not great. And that's where if you sustain below that your metabolism will slow down because it will have to keep up with what you're doing. So on your recent challenge, you obviously dropped below that for a long time.
Yeah.
Did you see any indication that your metabolism was slowing down? Did you find that actually that desired effect wasn't really working after a certain point? How did that work for you?
Yeah, so I'd looked into this beforehand and I actually spoke to a very similar person. You can follow me on Instagram, Pat Sports Nutritionist. He's an Irish guy. I worked with Lane Norton, if you ever come across Lane, worked with this company. And I was talking to him about this exact thing. And the research isn't super clear on how long it takes for this kind of going through your kind of caloric floor and your metabolism starting to slow down. So I think before I spoke to him, my understanding was that it took about 16 weeks for it to happen. But he said it wasn't clear, and he said it could easily be faster. And his recommendation was that I obviously don't drop to the 1200. It's a massive risk, and on top of like this happening, like going through your caloric floors, all the things that I talked about already, like low concentration, mood swings, you know, feeling terrible all the time. And so, that like it almost certainly happened, I would say, to guess, because just quite close to the end, I wasn't losing the amount of body fat I expect because I'd done like the maths on it, and I was like, okay, well, I should hit this. Like, so I should have only had maybe 4 kilos of water to lose, but I had 6.5. Now, again, towards the end, hitting the 1200 became more difficult, and I was tired, and all these things happened. So, like, some days I might have hit 1300 instead of 12, and so there would have been other factors at play as well. But yeah, I think it probably happened, but it's reversible. So I wasn't too concerned about it because I knew as soon as the challenge was over, I was going to be going back to like 3000 calories and I was going to be, okay.
Yeah, he
What's the reason?
spoke about no long-term effects with it, and you can reverse it. I just wondered if you'd noticed that had actually happened, and maybe it slowed down for you.
Yeah, I'd say it probably had an impact,
Yeah,
but so many variables and factors at play. It's so difficult to say
yeah,
what
and
did and
obviously,
what
like
didn't.
we had the feedback of no one knowing exactly how long that might take. It could be weeks or months.
Mhm.
Different people might have different, different sensitivity to that. So yeah, I was interested to see that.
Yeah.
If there's proven ways of that slowing your metabolism, is there any proven ways of like how you speed it up? So is there any sort of known processes that we can do to speed up your metabolism? Because I'm sure I sniff a cake and I put on 5 kg at the moment. It's ridiculous.
There's a couple of small things, but they really don't have a huge effect. So like caffeine would be a huge one. So like and cycling caffeine on and off. So what you do, you take caffeine. What you'd want is like the equivalent of like 1.5 Red Bulls a day. You can even take them in tablets if you don't like Red Bulls or coffee or anything. And you can do that for 6 weeks, and after 6 weeks, take a 10-day to 2 week break, and then start again because your body becomes accustomed to caffeine intake. And so it starts to require it after about 6 weeks. And so you can reset that by taking a 10-day to 2 week break and start again. But like the impact of it is going to be so minimal that, you're better. Like it's always going to be in the food. Like your weight loss is always going to be done through the calorie deficit. Like there's
Yeah.
little things that can boost it, like 1%, but 1% is nothing for most people on a weight loss journey.
So if I've been doing cafe. Oh, I mean, I probably have a white monster, the same as you, like the 0 calorie
Yeah,
monsters. I probably had. I mean, during my working week, most days, and then coffees, I
yeah,
have like 2 or 3 a day. Like it's pretty high on that. So if I just gave up caffeine for a couple of weeks to reset, it's probably good for me.
yeah. Yeah, like so there's evidence that you can do that, and it's going to be even better for like stuff if you're performing for like a marathon or something that can be really really beneficial. But there's also like what's called chronic caffeine use also has a lot of benefits, and not even cycling off it, but not in terms of your metabolism, as far as I understand. Like it's research I haven't read for a long time, but the chronic caffeine use is actually kind of linked with some positive health benefits. Again, I don't want to give too much information because I can't remember the studies straight away. But like people hear chronic, they think that could be an issue, but it's not. Like using caffeine daily is linked to some health benefits. I need to, like I said, double check what they are. Yeah.
I've always been told like caffeine's so bad for you constantly, but I can't really function without it, to be honest.
Yeah, well, overconsumption is, but below, I think it's 400 milligrams a day. You should be okay. You're probably hitting around 400 milligrams
Yeah.
based on what you're saying, but as long as you don't go over that,
No,
you should be
I'm
fine.
one coffee and a monster a day. I think
That's
that's the
fine.
normal day. Yeah. No, nice. That's good to know.
You're a monster drinker as well. Like it's two of
Um,
you in this call.
mate, and
Oh, it's unbelievable.
there's such a bad
Oh,
rep with it as well. Like, obviously, it's coming from like the skating industry back in the day, and like people at the skate parks and all that. But it tastes good, and I get absolutely
I
nutted
just
from it.
don't think it
It works so
does.
much better.
Do you know where I first discovered Monster? I went to a music festival in Croatia. Got to be 12 years ago, 13 years ago, a long time ago. And it was absolutely roasting. And we were walking around, like there was like a beach near it, and you had to walk around this like old castle buildings and fortress or whatever, where it was all staged. And it was roasting, and I was like just needed a drink. And I remember we were out in the corner, there was this pickup. It was when Monster, I guess, was like, being launched, or it was early days. And they were giving out cans of Monster. And I remember opening it, trying it, and I like literally didn't even finish it. I gave it away, even though all I wanted was a drink because it tasted that bad. And from
yeah.
that day onwards, I've just not understood. If I was craving a drink and I still didn't want it, And I was like,
So-
for 3 days, dehydrated. Like, I can't understand how people drink it daily. But
You got to get on the Monster Zeros. It's
Yeah,
different.
the
I
white
think what
ones
you,
taste clean.
yeah,
Yeah.
what you had was like
Green
it was
one.
the
definitely
white
a
ones
black
are like,
can. It was
Yeah,
definitely a
cat
black
piss.
yeah,
can.
yeah,
That's
oh
cat
yeah,
piss.
awful.
Black
I
and
wouldn't
green.
touch it. I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah.
I'd hate. But the pineapple one, the gold can, like tastes like pineapple. The white one is kind of lemon and lime.
Yeah.
More like kind of I'd say the most similar thing is probably a Sprite, but I think it's even nicer than a Sprite. What else is really good? Like, if you like mango, I'm not a big fan of the mango one, but like try them again.
The blue
sweet.
one's great, Brian, isn't it? The tropical-y blue one. It's
Oh, I don't think we have that here.
no, I'll send you one over, mate. I'll package one. It's my
Nice.
favourite. As a fellow Monster fan, I'll get
What
one.
is the black one then? Just the original?
That's just like Red
Yeah.
Bull.
Yeah.
Taste, yeah.
It's
I remember
full
thinking it was
sugar and
black.
it's like engine fluid. Like, I wouldn't touch that with a bar.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it.
That's exactly how I remember it. Fucking
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian, I had a question.
Sure.
So I've signed up to do the I always pronounce it wrong. Wegovy jab. Do you know about this? So
No.
it's
one of the GLP-1s, Brian.
Okay, yeah.
you can get it on the NHS, but you can also pay for it privately, and apparently you just lose your appetite. Do you know about it? Did you ever consider it? Did you consider
I
doing
did.
it? Okay.
I did. So
Why didn't you?
because when it started getting popular, I just finished my 63 kilo kind of journey, so I was already at a good weight. And then when I started putting a little bit weight back on, this brother I told you about is a doctor. He uses it but he uses it in tablet form, GLP-1 in tablet form, I believe. And he's been proponent for other members of my family. I have a massive family, like there's 10 of us, and other members of my family never had as much weight to lose as me, but have dabbled in it. And yeah, it definitely works. I suppose my issue with it is that I kind of built my reputation on doing it like the hard way through hard work and killing myself. And it's kind of the easy way out. So it just doesn't align with kind of my brand. I don't think it's cheating.
Yeah, fair enough.
But my only real issue with it is that you kind of, once you start taking it, you really have to take it for life, because if you stop taking it as soon as you lose the weight, you're going to put the weight back on almost straight away. That's what the research would say, is that almost immediately. So
is that just because you'll increase your calories? So
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
So like for me, as someone who has lost it without doing it, is used to eating like less calories and the hunger levels associated with it, and in my opinion, just my opinion, would be more likely to keep the weight off versus someone who's blocking a receptor in order to do it. So that's my only issue with it, but it works, definitely works. No, like I wouldn't say it doesn't work. It 100% it works. So, but it's expensive if you're going private, right? And
yeah, it's £200 for the first month, and I've got a £50 discount because it's Ian's friend. So yeah, I've got £150 for a month, and I mean I'm at 100, and I think similar to you by the sounds of it, 115 kg. So one good month will I could hopefully lose 15 kg, and then I'd probably be under the BMI limit anyway.
Yeah.
I'm hoping one month will sort of kickstart me on the way to looking okay for the summer.
Yeah.
That's the plan. And then I'm gonna still be on a diet as soon as I come off it. I'm gonna come off it and go back onto a diet. So I'm gonna come off it and trying to be eating 1,800 calories still, which I'm hoping won't rebound back.
Well, that's interesting. I'd love to hear that goes, because most people don't like halfway through kind of sticking to a diet would like use it and go off it. So I'd love to hear how you feel, because most people go all the way to the end with it before. Yeah. So that'd be interesting to hear how you get on with it. I prefer your strategy other than versus people who go all the way with it. Because at least you're still developing the habits, subsequent to using it.
Yeah, I think the counter argument is that if you're on it for slightly more prolonged time, you're then used to the habit of how often you're eating. But I guess obviously that is masked by have the pull towards the food cupboard. Whereas if you get that back, it's like out the window.
And I've got one more question, Brian. Believe because this I only started eating this after the first chat, I believe, because I think you were one of the first podcasts since I joined. Did we talk about mashed potato?
Brilliant.
I don't think so. I can't
Right,
remember.
yeah. Okay. So I've started eating quite a lot of mashed potato.
Oh, we did.
We did.
Didn't you just purely use mashed potato?
Oh, it
or
hasn't
something?
stopped, Brian. It
And
hasn't stopped.
fish fingers.
Fish fingers, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
that.
discussing fish fingers with you, but yeah, mashed
Yeah.
potato I thought was post your pod. Because I find it really fills me up for only like 400 calories, and I'm
Yeah.
getting absolutely ridiculed across the office like
Why?
for eating mashed potato when I'm meant to be on a diet. Everyone's going, "No, it's loaded with carbs.
Oh
Really
my God.
unhealthy. It's a stupid idea." Like I'm getting called all sorts of names. Yeah, what's your thoughts on it as a
So do you
potential
add
weight loss?
anything in with the mashed potato, like butter, oil,
Gravy.
anything like that?
It's shop bought. It's a shop bought.
Gravy.
It's shop bought ready meal mashed potato. I don't even make it myself.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
probably the
Yeah.
worst type.
Yeah, it probably is, but if like, and still, like, potatoes are the most satiating food on the planet.
Exactly.
So yeah, they're an unbelievable, like, weight loss. And I'm not just saying this because I'm Irish, but potatoes are like the best weight loss food, like, without a doubt.
That's just what I wanted to hear. Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, you're vindicated.
Well, I mean, I
Yeah,
reckon if you ate like 5 bowls of it a day, that probably would be too much, right? But like one bowl is
You're
not
not
too much
bad.
at all.
the more potatoes, the better, as long as you're in your calorie
Nice.
deficit and hitting your protein goal. Like, you
good.
definitely golden rule, calorie deficit, secondary rule, protein goal. After that, really nothing matters. The hidden rule is hitting 15% of your calories should be fat, because just to ensure proper hormone regulation. But almost nobody doesn't hit 15% of their calories from fat if you're overweight, because that's how you get there. So like, after that, potatoes are going to be an unbelievable food. Like this, I can't believe this whole carb argument hasn't gone away. Like, it's just debunked again and again and again. I'm doing, like, why I have to leave, I'm doing a presentation for my app users in 10 minutes. And one of the things I have on tonight's is the misconceptions. I'll read it out to you, actually. The misconceptions on different macronutrients. And so the misconception here on carbohydrates, one of them, going into ketosis means your body will burn more fat and you will lose more weight. So I'm sure you've heard this before, right? Going into ketosis, you burn more fat. Well, this is a half truth. So going into ketosis means your body will burn more fat, correct, and you will lose more weight. That's where it's wrong. And because losing body fat it's not just about burning fat. It's the net effect of burning fat and storing fat, right? So how much, and when you eat a higher fat diet, 90% of the fat you store in your body is from dietary fat. So if you have an Atkins or keto diet, you're eating way more fat. So yeah, your body's in ketosis. It's using fat as a fuel source, but it's also storing way more fat. So you don't actually lose any more weight. So this whole thing about carbs, this is where it kind of comes from. No, all that matters for weight loss is your energy balance. Your calories in, your calories out, not how many carbs you have, nothing else. So eat as many carbs as you want. I eat, like, carbs non-stop. Don't allow anybody tell you not to eat potatoes. They are the
Perfect.
best.
Sounds good.
He's
Sorted,
buzzing.
John.
Gonna
Yeah.
eat some tonight.
Yeah.
Brian, we've been talking this week about, like, obviously there's 4 of us as hosts now, right? So we've been talking this week about doing some sort of events this year to try and give us a goal to aim towards. Like, there's been we were debating some mixture across the group about maybe doing a triathlon, or like there's these
Nice.
Race the Sun events that I've seen, like a charity event where you start at sunrise and you've got to do like certain disciplines throughout the day. It's like a 40-mile cycle to 30-mile hike and all this kind of whatever it is. There's certain things you've got to do before sunset. There's a few events we're looking at. Do you think you and any of the people that you work with would be up for joining in one of these events and taking us on as a team? Do you reckon you could compile a team, a weight loss champion team?
How many people are you?
We're 4. Team of 4. And obviously we could do
Just
something
the 4 of
different,
you?
or even just joining us on one of these things.
Yeah, I'll definitely be up for joining, or maybe putting my own team together. I'll have to dig into, what are you thinking? I did the 20 stone sprint triathlon when I was 20 stone on my first weight loss journey. So that's a good one. That's hard. That is hard.
That's what I suggested, but Taylor, you weren't too keen on the sprint trial from me.
Once I actually lose some timber, I'm the most athletic geezer you've ever met. So I will smoke anyone you bring, Brian. You bring the best you got, mate. I'm on it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Nice.
Brian, for this sprint, did you do, because there's a super sprint, isn't there? I think just different organisations call it different things. What were the distances in your sprint?
I think it was
400
500 meter,
Oh,
500 meters swim, I think. Let me just double check. But I think it was 500 meters swim. It was 20 kilometer cycle and 5K run, I think.
Yeah.
And it took me, I think,
Which is why I think the one that I've suggested, I think, is 400 meter swim, and then
It's even smaller. And
it was 750 meter swim. Yeah, and then 20 and 5 for the bike and the run.
Yeah, I think they do that option as well. What was the hardest part of that for you?
Following the run after the cycle. And I didn't have a bike, and I went to a bike shop and got this rented this super nice road bike. I didn't know how to fucking change the gears, and I hit my first hill, and I couldn't, because these road bikes, they have the click gears at the front that you use on the brakes. So I didn't know what was happening. I was trying to get up this hill in the highest gear, and so my legs were absolutely juiced by the time I got to the run. And so but I'd already run a few 5Ks at that stage, but combining the two, I had never done that, and my back was going out at the end. So got through hour and 47, I think, or hour and 49, which I was delighted with for being 20 stone.
Time, yeah. I think a lot of people I've spoken to, going from one discipline to the other, the transitions can be quite tough, because your body's then using more muscle, and you've got to then engage another discipline.
So some people kill themselves on the swim as well, which is
the swim for me the hardest bit, for sure.
Yeah, just cruise the swim. Just
walruses in the water, just swimming along.
Sorry, it's a triathlon only for 20 stone people. When you're calling it 20 stone triathlon?
No. So that's what I called the event. I'd trained running and swimming, and then I called it, before I drop below 20 stone, I want to do my 20 stone sprint triathlon. Yeah.
So Brian, if you can get three others and you together, and we set a goal to lose weight and do this for I
think we should take on a challenge.
Yeah. Would you? Are you ready to shake hands on it? Are you ready to try and get this going?
If you tell me what the challenge is, I'll definitely shake hands. So we have to do.
I'm in the midst of looking at the moment. There's a few things that I'm toying with. I've taken on the role of looking at some events that we can look at to try and engage us this year. We've obviously got the Premier League, which is our weekly thing, which is going to go up until about the end of July, because there's 24, 25 of us. I mean, we're only in week 2 or 3. But what I'd like is for us to be doing that and then build towards some stuff in the summer, a bit of charity work as well, chuck it all in and see how we get on. A bit of competition would be good. Yeah, we'll come back to you on that. I'm quite excited about
the contracts.
Draw the contracts. I already fucked myself signing one of those. So I might have to jump out of that airplane in the end, because technically I did cheat to get.
I saw someone calling you out. Someone called you out saying you cheated, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I didn't cheat. I hit the contract stipulation, which was be 25 kilos or more or less than you were on day one. So I hit that, but water weight is kind of cheating. So we'll see. If it doesn't cost me $1,000 to jump out of the airplane and get all the video done, I'll jump out of the airplane.
One of the reasons why I first wanted to lose weight was because when I went to Dubai, I wanted to voluntarily jump out of a plane, but I was over the weight limit. So you might be able to get out of it on that. It's surprisingly low. I think it's I think it's about 100 kilos.
So I'll ask them.
You can cop out on that way. It's just say you're too heavy to do it.
But I would love. What my idea was, this isn't going out for a few weeks, so I'll get a pass on it. My idea was to start the next challenge with the jump out of the plane, and so I still might do that if they allow me to fucking jump out and out at this weight, and it doesn't cost $1,000, because I think that'd be a nice starting video for the next one.
Yeah, nice.
All right, guess calories. Work for a bit, guess calories?
Yes,
Last 4 minutes. Let's throw one in.
Yeah. Right, I'll lob one in. So I'm going to go here with a garlic baguette. one of my personal favourites.
What,
So
like a
garlic
garlic
bread. You know
bread?
the garlic bread.
Garlic
baguette?
butter.
Normal garlic bread.
Yeah, the whole stick.
Whole
Do we have
stick.
to-
Yeah, it's
What do you want to do per slice? I'm not doing that.
No,
We're gonna do
no,
that-
No, whole stick.
that whole garlic baguette stick. What we
Yeah,
think.
okay, I've got my
What are we
answer.
doing? Are we writing it on a
Calories 340
say it.
grams. If you want to know. Oh no, it'd be half that actually. Apologies. 170.
I've got mine.
I've got mine.
Wait,
Alright.
what are you saying? 170, 340? What's
No,
this?
sorry. It's 170 grams. This
That
thing,
doesn't help
just in
me.
case that helps any of you if you know anything about.
I'm thinking
And
about.
it's-
I'm
I'm
thinking
just going
about
to say it at the same time. So let's say it at the same time, Tay.
All right,
Don't
3,
cheat.
2, 1.
650.
550. That's
I've got
a
1,000.
Yeah, Johnny, you've got 1,000. You've gone 650, Tay.
I thought 650 first. Yeah.
And then Brian, you've gone 550.
Yeah.
It is 596. So
Well,
Brian,
well
you've
done,
missed
Brian.
by about 4
Oh,
calories.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
miles off. All right, we'll do one more because I was flicking through social media earlier, and I was on one of these guys that cook, like just basically cooking hacks or whatever. And this guy's done this. He's found this doner kebab situation. He's got Morrison's frozen doner kebab. I was like, wow, he's bought that,
Oh,
and he's
no.
trying to sell it as an option that tasted great. I think my phone's listened to me say I want a kebab recently. So I'm just on here. This is a Sainsbury's version. So I've got Sainsbury's Snacksters XL doner kebab, which, as far as I'm aware, is a frozen item you can then cook up. So if you had, it's 172 grams, probably like a handful.
And it's it's got salad and bread in
Cooked
it.
and
as well.
sliced, seasoned reformed chicken, mutton, and beef doner meat served in a soft flatbread with sachets of chili sauce and garlic mayonnaise.
Is this
No.
meant to be a healthy doner kebab essentially?
No.
I don't think there's anything else about it. I think what they're aiming at is it's a
Frozen
snack
doner
and you-
kebab.
and it's just a doner kebab you can have in your house. Yeah,
Okay, let's go. I'm ready.
Uh,
Got mine.
What is there's no cheese?
no cheese, no cheese. I'll reread it. Cooked and sliced, seasoned, reformed chicken, mutton, and beef doner meat, served in a seasoned flatbread with sachets of chili sauce and garlic mayo.
okay.
I'm in. I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Okay, right.
One sec.
Where is it? Per doner kebab as consumed. Lovely. Right,
Right.
here we go. 3, 2, 1.
924.
900. 900. Yeah.
Right, 900 for Brian, 924 for Taylor.
800.
800. Per doner kebab as consumed, 429.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
having
boy.
it for dinner.
There's
Yeah,
no.
That's lower
There
calories
is
than the
no
garlic
meat.
bread. It was like they were
Yeah,
both
yeah.
170 grams, right?
Listen, lads, 172. Yeah, don't shoot the messenger out. If anything, I'm going to try one of these.
Yeah, diet hack. Come on.
We've been talking about
Yeah.
getting 400 calorie hacks.
Yeah.
All the kind of like snacks to.
And they must be tiny then. It must be like just a
Well,
mini
you said
kebab.
XL.
Yeah,
Yeah, it says XL.
So that's
Proper
why
kebab.
I dropped it.
Is that not per 100 grams, maybe, Bob?
No, per 100 grams is 249 calories.
Whoa.
So they've
Getting it
almost
tonight,
no mayo,
Joe,
and
and mashed
almost no
potato.
meat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
flatbread with one slither,
Yeah.
one little slice of it. I'm gonna have to buy one of these, and I'll report back on the next pod.
Nice. Yeah,
Right,
great to catch up, lads.
Brian, thank you for coming on
Yeah.
again. Well done on
Thanks
your
a lot, Brian.
challenge. We'll,
All the best.
yeah, we'll come back to you for this next challenge. We'll set up for later in the summer, but we'll come back to you and give you a bit of a run at it, get your team together. But we're willing
Nice.
to take you and your community on.
We will
Nice.
smoke you. Mark my words, Brian.
Yeah.
We are on it.
Definitely won't smoke me. You can't vouch for the community.
Good to see you, Brian. Thanks for coming back on.
All the best, lads.
Bye.
Have a
Later.
good one. Bye bye.
Cheers,
Bye bye.
Brian.
We've got some diet plans, health scans, sugar bans, fitness fans, PTs, injuries, laying off the Chinese, ball games, gym chains, protein gains and skin tight tops, and we ain't gonna stop until we hit the 50k. Drop, 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 no excess fat, no FAT, no curry bag, no guarantee. Rough or buff, lean on me, we'll end up as fit as a bear.